Hey, yo! Sandy's dead! Oh no! SpongeBob, how are you gonna grieve with the pain of losing your friend? But at least you have your baby. Peppa's hitting the sauce. While she's pregnant, she thought she was allowed because there was a label that said, drink this when you're pregnant. Obviously, that was a trick by a prankster. A dark sense of humor prankster.
The content pretty much speaks for itself on what's wrong with it.
Hey, Spider-Man. Oh, I mean YouTube. Silly me, dude. Freaking, I got brain rot, dude. Today, we are reacting to another video. This is the return of Elsa Gate. It's worse than I thought, dude. Elsa Gate is basically the phenomenon that happened a few years ago where the freaking prank channels started doing, like, secret channels where they did, like, Spider-Man and Elsa dress up kids' baby content because they were making a bunch of money from it. There was, like, no talking in these videos, but there was some weird, mature themes that snuck their way into the content, which was kind of weird, which I'm sure we'll freaking get into in this video, but this is by me and you too, Electric Boogaloo, dude. See what Brody has to say. I've got me brain popper and me fidget friend, so I'm freaking ready to be stimuli, dude. Commence stimming. In this video, we will discuss children's content found on YouTube, and it has mature themes. Just be warned, dude. Scary intro, very scary. What is this, 3 disclaimers, dude? Can't be too safe, I suppose. Going incognito. I feel rather neato myself. Minecraft? I've heard of it. Garten of Ban Ban. I've also heard of it. That one I haven't played though because it's like barely characters. They're just blobs. Poppy Playtime better. What can I say? SpongeBob, what are you doing to that baby? She's crying. And I totally get it. Peppa Pig, but scary, but pregnant, but addicted to black tar heroin? I can see why that's a little scary, but it's real. That's why it's scary. Hey, it's Poppy Playtime. And Chica and Dan Dan and the return of Elsa Gate. Scariest intro I've ever seen. 10 out of 10.
Hello everyone and
Hello.
welcome. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the return of Elsa Gate. But before I start, I want to explain how this video is laid out. This video, while a majority of it will be explaining the return of Elsa Gate, will basically be a crash course of Elsa Gate as a whole. I want to make this video as informative as possible so that it could be shown to someone who has no idea about what Elsa Gate is, or even what's popular on the internet now, and they'll still be able to understand how bad this situation is.
Someone who's like 45, like me! Someone like me!
I will do a brief history on the rise of Elsa Gate, explain when Elsa Gate videos began to pop back up, explain what children's franchises are being exploited by Elsa Gate creators, watch some Elsa Gate videos, explain what makes a video an Elsa Gate video, and what YouTube and parents can do to stop this type of content.
Thank you for this table of contents. I think I'm going to skip ahead just a bit.
Yep, there included cringy lots of ad revenue. At least, that's what I believe is what went through their heads initially. It did work as well, as many of these videos got millions of views, and with millions of views comes a big AdSense paycheck. Most of these videos either included cringy live-action people wearing costumes of then-popular children's characters, mainly Spider-Man and Elsa, or cheap Flash animations that also used the same popular characters. However, there were a few Elsa Gate videos that used higher quality CGI, and some even used claymation. Spider-Man and Elsa were most likely picked to be the main characters.
That looks pretty quality, this freaking little Hulk fella
Elsa,
getting eaten by the toilet, his ass ate by the toilet, I mean?
Hey, yo!
Frozen was massively popular with little girls at the time, where Spider-Man, the Marvel superhero, was also popular with little boys at the time.
And everyone, you forgot also everyone.
Would lure both younger boys and girls into watching the disgusting content. Playing in the background right now is just a few examples.
I mean, I'm not arguing that this is for everyone. This is for stupid babies who don't know no better.
The content that was being produced for children. While some of this content was simply cringy antics involving Spider-Man and Elsa, a majority of the content was extremely inappropriate for children. These videos often included different themes and subject matters that the developing minds of children would not be able to comprehend properly. These videos often included violence, gore, sexual themes, fetishes, an ungodly amount of piss and shit.
Oh
abuse,
my
needles,
god.
And the list goes on. This began to make people speculate that there was a hidden agenda in these types of videos.
Pee-pee and poo-poo is chill if it's for grown-ups, I guess.
To make a quick buck. These videos include subject matter that should not be exposed to children, as they wouldn't be able to properly understand what's going on and if what they are watching was okay or not. Some people speculated that these videos were being made to try to normalize things like strange fetishes and abuse. I personally believe that this is the case as well. But all these creators came crashing down in 2017 when YouTube did one of the biggest purges on their site.
YouTube is stepping up its efforts to make its services and its viewing safer for kids.
Whose moms is this?
Cracking down on videos that are pretending to be family-friendly and deleting some more dangerous content altogether.
They deleted thousands of Elsagate channels and millions of Elsagate videos. While this purge for the most part was successful.
150,000. Okay, that is not exactly millions, buddy.
And kept this type of content off YouTube for a while. Sometime in between 2020 and 2021, this type of content began to seep back into the mainstreams of YouTube and began being accessible to children
I think
again.
this was like the leading reason that people or that videos for kids now don't have comments turned on ever. Like if you mark your video as yes, made for kids, it won't have comments. Because of Elsa and her gate. 2016, the year that keeps on living. Alright. Let's get serious here. That wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Before we get into the return of Elsagate, I want to quickly talk about a problem with memes and children. Pretty much everyone loves memes, but certain memes are aimed at certain audiences. Some memes are more offensive than others. Some memes are more adult than others. So what happens when a meme that's made for adults gets into the hands of children or children's content creators? Well, to explain that, I'm going to show a clip from Raimundo2112's video, The Disgusting Return of Elsagate, as he did a good job explaining this particular issue.
What about when something isn't kid-friendly that blows up? What happens then? Well, unfortunately, we've seen that these creators don't give a shit and will make videos on it anyway. Let me introduce you all to Anka the Zone. Zone or Zone Ton is an animator who makes Rule 34 parodies of cartoons. For those who don't know, Rule 34 is the 34th rule of the internet. If it exists, there's no point of it. Zone's been at it for a long time, corrupting all these different shows. A big example of this being the Teenage Robot parody, which people are unfortunately more familiar with than the original show, which is just really tough. Zone was more popular back in the early 2010s, but made a return in 2021 with their video on the Animal Crossing character Anka. Anka's like a little Egyptian pharaoh cat creature, and their video shows her having intercourse along to a song.
What?
One of the villager characters.
Why?
It's a parody of something that should be innocent, but there's worse things on the internet. This is very clearly made for adults, not for children, and whether or not it should exist is debatable, but it does. However, it should have stayed for adults. It became a meme. People basically cropped the top of the picture and cut out the graphic elements of it to make it look like the cat was just dancing to the rhythm. This blew up knowing the context. Haha, it's inappropriate, but now we're like sneaking it in. Really funny. The internet is hilarious. Since this blew up and was profitable to make videos on, some YouTubers took it and started making kids content out of it. Immediately this caused outrage among the people who saw it, who were older and recognized the context. I don't even think I need to explain to you why this is just messed up and wrong on every level. It spread to TikTok, where children, like 12-year-olds, were remaking the dance, while all these channels who spread it just serve to profit more and more. At least to me, this example doesn't really seem like the people making the content were trying to groom anyone, or it was made with the same really disturbing intents that other videos may have been in the Elsagate subgenre. To me, it seems more like just stupid YouTubers seeing that something's popular and making videos for their child audiences, and not really recognizing the effects that they may have and the kind of content that they're leading them towards. At least, that's what helps me sleep at night.
I want to thank Ray for responding to my comments so quickly and allowing me to use that clip in my video. Please go watch his Return of Elsagate video, and check out his channel after watching this video. Links to both are in the description. Now, with that being said, let's actually get into the Return of Elsagate.
Yeah, what the? I don't know. Are kids gonna know what that GIF is? What even was that?
Now you may have noticed that in the thumbnail of this video, there are various different children's cartoon and video game characters in it. That's because all those characters on that thumbnail are victims of being used in Elsagate content. So,
oh my
we're going
God,
to take a look at each
SpongeBob, what did they do to my boy?
More specifically, each character's franchise, and see what these Elsagate creators have done to them. So buckle up, because we're going balls deep down the rabbit hole.
SpongeBob,
Both SpongeBob and Peppa Pig need no introduction.
Peppa. He was already inappropriate when he was born. The little dickhead.
Pretty much everyone knows about these two shows, including people that don't use the internet, because they are popular outside the internet. With that being said, both SpongeBob and Peppa were victims of the original 2016 Elsagate wave. Unfortunately, because they are both still popular in 2023, modern Elsagate content is still being made using these characters. I'm going to show a couple of clips from these Elsagate videos now, but I'm not going to show that many because I don't want to put you guys through the suffering I had to endure watching these videos to make this video. Again, viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, yo! Sandy's dead! Oh no! SpongeBob, how are you gonna grieve with the pain of losing your friend? But at least you have your baby. Peppa's hitting the sauce. While she's pregnant, she thought she was allowed because there was a label that said, drink this when you're pregnant. Fucking idiot. Obviously, that was a trick. By a prankster. A dark sense of humor prankster.
The content pretty much speaks for itself on what's wrong with it. Those clips you just saw were from videos made for children. Some of these videos, especially the ones that I don't want to even show you guys, made me feel sick and disturbed when I watched them, and this content is being made for kids.
We've all had a little bit of bad creative days, okay? Maybe the writers just ran out of ideas. Maybe they were exploring the possibility of a Peppa Pig spin-off show that explores dark themes, some sort of situational drama. Because obviously Peppa got jokes. She's got that British wit. We cannot scrub her completely sterile of her natural comedy that people have come to know and love. And that's just a theory.
As you saw, these clips contain some staples of Elsagate content, like needles, violence, cheap flash animation, pregnancy, cringy sound
cheap
effects,
flash animation, needles, you know, sexual innuendos, all the most offensive stuff.
Children can watch
Cheap
this
flash
content
animation.
Maybe it's because their favorite characters are in situations they aren't normally in. Either that, or it's because kids may be naturally curious about these topics.
Dude, I remember the first time I saw Kingdom Hearts fan art of them kissing, I was like, what is this? This isn't real! They don't do that!
That might actually be the case, but I'm honestly not sure. But anyways, going back to the thumbnail, you may have noticed that the only cartoon characters in the thumbnail were Peppa and Spongebob. That's because characters like Spider-Man and Elsa aren't popular anymore. Thus, Elsagate content is not made with those characters.
Nobody likes Spider-Man anymore, huh? He fell off? Frozen I can understand. That movie sucks, and
anymore.
Was
Pretty much the only
overhyped.
popular cartoon characters among children nowadays is Peppa and Spongebob. Every other popular character in that thumbnail is from video games, because that's what children are interested in now. They don't give a shit about Spider-Man or Elsa anymore. They want content that features Huggy Wuggy, Among Us, and other things that are popular on the internet now.
Who doesn't?
With that being said, the next franchise we're going to look at is almost 10 years old and was popular in the past. However, this franchise recently had a resurgence in popularity, and because of this, more and more Elsagate content has been being made using this franchise. So, let's get into it. Ah yes, Five Nights at Freddy's.
You guys remember?
I'm not talking about the subject matter or the actual content itself. That's still terrible and low quality. Animation can look good and even stunning, yet still be terrible in terms of subject matter and or plot. Just look at modern Disney. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these videos.
Ah yes, that looks pretty good. It's Freddy and the gang. They're having a good time, but not too good of a time to be included in the film. He's hanging out with Poppy Playtime. You'd think that they were sworn enemies because capitalism breeds competition, but they're buddies, actually. At least in this bullshit unofficial parody.
Now, it may seem that I'm not explaining these videos in depth, and that's because I'm not. I believe these videos pretty much speak for themselves with how awful they are and what's wrong with them. But anyways, that was just content that shows up when you search FNAF on YouTube.
Come on.
If you search up the names of specific
thought it was
characters,
pretty good.
that opens up a whole new can of worms. But before we do that, let me explain why I did it. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, I went on YouTube for the first time. Now, since I was a 5 or 6 year old kid, I just typed some things that I liked into the search bar. Most of those things were characters from TV shows and movies I liked as a kid. One of my earliest YouTube memories was typing in SpongeBob into the YouTube search bar, trying to find some SpongeBob content, and I did. I found various clips of SpongeBob from various different episodes. However, had I been a kid in 2016 or even today and did that, I would have gotten way different search results. So, knowing that kids search up their favorite characters on YouTube, I decided to search
as long as the age filters are working properly, I don't see the problem, because kids can't make an account until they're 13, or at least until they can read and write.
the 2 FNAF characters that I believe would have the worst Elsagate content imaginable made with them. Toy Chica and Roxanne Wolf, and I was appalled at what showed up when I hit enter. Now, because of the 34th rule of the internet, and the fact that Toy Chica and Roxanne Wolf are the most sexualized characters in the entire FNAF franchise, I knew that the search results would probably have some questionable content. However, I was not expecting content this horrible to be on YouTube, and so easily accessible at that. All these videos I clicked on weren't even age restricted, even though I believe most of them should be, especially since I had to censor a lot of what was shown in these videos. Now, some of you might be thinking, what if the videos you watch were parodies that were made for adults and not for kids? And while yes, that is a valid point, I don't think that's the case. Let me explain why. If people wanted to make content for adults and didn't want kids to see it, they put it on websites to have an adult user base and kids don't use. Or at least I hope they don't use. I'm pretty sure half the damn user base of YouTube is under the age of 12. And the people that made this content should know that. They should also know that since they're using FNAF characters with these very risque thumbnails, the curious kids would be intrigued and click on these videos. And finally, if they did intend for these videos to be viewed by adults only, they would have manually age restricted them when they were uploaded, or at the very least put a warning in the video or description stating that it's a video or parody for mature audiences. Considering that the people that made these videos didn't do any of these things, I highly doubt that these videos had adults as the intended audience. But if you really wanted to, you could give these creators the benefit of the doubt. However, the next channel I'm about to show has almost 5 million subscribers, and 100% has children as their intended audience. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to a channel by the name of Zamination. Zamination is a YouTube channel that makes animated Minecraft videos, mainly featuring FNAF characters as the main characters. Characters from other popular video game franchises also make appearances, but we'll come back to them a little later. The videos are usually animated music videos or short animated skits compiled into a 30-minute long compilation, mainly with a clickbait title and thumbnail that has nothing to do with the actual content of the video. The titles of many of these long videos also fail to mention that these are indeed compilations of shorter videos that don't usually have a connecting plot. Now, I don't know what software is used to make these animations, but the animation itself looks fluid and well made. However, I can't say the same about the plot and subject matters of these videos.
It's Friday Night Funkin' at Freddy's! What the hell? I feel like I've watched this before. Is that true? Kinda hope not. But it would explain my brain a little. Was this it? Oh. He was such a different flavor of annoying 2 seconds ago. Oh, Bendy, don't you start. It? I don't even remember. I blocked this out completely, dude. Convicted of something. It's Five Nights at Freddy! Hey, it's Five Nights at Freddy! I'm gonna freak out right now. I love that guy. He's alright. I don't like. Oh man, they're depressed.
I'm going to play a clip from this video right here. And I'm going to warn you, in addition to the usual warnings of Elsagate, this clip, as well as the rest of the clips in the entire compilation, are extremely cringy. If you don't want to deal with the cringe, skip ahead about 1 minute and 45 seconds when the animation starts.
I want to deal with it.
Now that you've been warned, let's play the clip.
Well, that's peculiar.
Oh! Yeah, this literally is the same show. What the hell, dude? I'm already on this guy's wavelength. It's a very low vibrational field.
Admit you already got yourself some spicy chicken right here. You can't.
Damn, dude. She's hot. I totally understand why IShowSpeed was bricked up on a Tuesday, going crazy.
Tell me that she's more attractive than I am.
Huh?
Now, Chica.
They're
I consider
different?
myself an honest fox. And I'd be lying if I said that Toy Chica wasn't looking like a big old snack right now.
And I'd be lying if I didn't say. Okay, well, you could just not say it for other reasons, though.
Seconds.
Because this is a kids show, right?
Yeah, I'll try to be objective about the animation. Okay.
Well, that's peculiar.
Any of you boys order some KFC?
Huh?
Forgive me, right?
Jorking your peanuts all by yourself, handsome? Type shit?
This is a kid show?
Not that anyone over the age of 10 would actually watch this content, but still,
No.
they admit they make
yes.
for
I mean,
kids.
Who in Parappa's name is that?
what the fuck?
What is this? Some sort of Squid Game?
Yeah, kids should not be watching this content. I myself
Yeah,
don't.
I did notice that a lot of their videos use the same, like, intro clips and middle clips and outro clips in different orders. So, that's more of like a literal clip farm or content farm, whatever people say the buzzword is these days, but fucking, yeah, that's a little,
believe it's as bad as some of the other Elsagate content out there. It's still mass-produced garbage that uses popular kids' characters with questionable subject matter and plots.
For
It's
sure.
nothing content. Actually, quick side note, nothing content, also known as brain-dead content.
I don't know, it's kind of like a freaking narrow line, right? Like, if you're making, like, comedy content that's even supposed to appeal to kids a little bit, I mean, you should be careful towing the line, but, I mean, the best shows are the ones that can do it and freaking make it interesting for older audiences and younger audiences alike, but freaking, obviously, nuance is probably lost on what we're talking about here. We're talking about animation, Five Nights at Freddy's cartoons, dude. Amateur FNAF, Poppy Playtime bootlegs made in a dad's garage. Elsa Gate 2 type beat.
Elsagate go hand in hand. Nothing content, while not as bad as pure Elsagate content, is content
Frankie
with no
Box.
actual entertainment value for anyone. 3 a.m. videos, kids' reaction videos, and videos that always have this face in the thumbnail are all nothing content with no real reason to exist other than to make money off children that watch it, because, in reality, children are the only ones that actually watch this nothing content. But anyways, back to FNAF. This still isn't the worst of it. Oh no. This is the last thing that's FNAF related I'll talk about before...
He makes it sound like such a bad thing, you know? Make videos, not shitty-os. I can't make it ass with my hand. Make videos, not sense, baby! Nothing wrong with making nothing content as long as it's hilarious and good and something.
...upon while doing my research for this video. Just play the clip.
Shush, hush, blush, blush, blush.
You are now my big fat crush.
I'm single as I can be. You're single, perfect for me. I'm gonna give
What the
you
fuck?
a bunch of reasons why you should date me. Reason number 1, I'm super hot. Reason number 2, she's super nah. Reason number 3, I'm all you got, and all you got is someone hot. Boy, check my resume. You wanna
What the fuck? I'm in great pain. Why is this happening to me?
Last name, bitch. Wanna get with me now? That's a sit. You think I'm trash? I know I'm class. And I got
What
it.
the hell? What even is this? Amazing Digital Circus?
S-I-G-L-E, love me, and hug me, and touch me.
I'm uncomfortable.
What the actual fuck?
Jesus Christ, dude.
Why?
Hey man,
I don't even know what to say.
turned it on. You put me
can't
on.
tell
I
me
don't.
that this weird
Don't
shit
look, don't touch.
is not made for kids. It's a Minecraft animation with FNAF characters. And even though it's a Minecraft animation, I had to censor Minecraft ass. Minecraft ass. Worst of all, you
Minecraft
can't really tell because I
ass.
censored it, but they gave the character jiggle physics. Why?
That is fucked.
Why? Kids don't need to see this shit. And there's more videos just like this. This is the type of content that makes...
Listen, it wouldn't be the first time someone's made some extremely excited Minecraft videos. Jacob was the guy who made the crazy Minecraft stuff, right? Is his stuff even still online? Probably not, actually. Okay. It's probably for the best, but it's been done.
Me question the motives behind the creators of these videos. Now, thankfully, it seems like whoever made the original video has deleted it, as I cannot find the original video nor creator. But re-uploads of this specific video are still fairly easy to find, hence why I'm showing it here. But damn, man, I don't know who originally made that video, but if you do, please let me know in the comments. I don't even know what
Source? I'm just curious.
else to say. The video pretty much speaks for itself. This is the type of content that pisses me off to no end, and more content very similar to this is made using other franchises that I will get into in this video, so look forward to that.
I bet.
Anyways, we'll come back to Zamination in a bit, because they use way more than just FNAF characters. Actually, they'll be brought up multiple times throughout this video, as they have used almost every kids franchise that is currently popular right now in their videos. But for now, I need to explain something that I just now realized I should have explained earlier in the video, but hey, better late than never. Before we continue on to the next franchise, I wanted to explain what clickbait is, as a lot of Elsagate content uses it. Clickbait is when a video has an interesting, shocking, or obscene title and/or thumbnail.
But do they deliver on the obscenities? Then I see no problem. Well, less of a problem.
In order to get
Just
people to
don't
click on
lie
the
to me, dude. Just tell me the truth.
Video. But the actual content of the
Is
video
Peppa
does not
Pig gonna get pregnant gone wrong?
match what the title or thumbnail suggested. In terms of Elsagate, this can be either good or bad. Sometimes the content of the video is nowhere near as bad as the title or thumbnail made it seem, which is good. But sometimes the content of the video is just as bad, if not worse, than the thumbnail or title suggested.
The
which is bad.
casting couch with FNAF characters? Yeah, that one's bad.
Even though there are many examples of clickbait throughout this video, I want to highlight a specific video real quick. Going back to FNAF for a second, remember this video? Yeah, it's clickbait.
No, I never seen
through
it.
the entire
Oh, wait,
video,
yeah,
not
yeah.
once did Toy Chica fall in love with anyone. Also, even though the thumbnail suggests Toy Chica falls in love with Huggy Wuggy, she doesn't. Matter of fact,
What the fuck am I doing with my life? I cannot believe they clickbaited us, dude. He doesn't fall in love with Huggy Wuggy Toy Chica? What the fuck? This is bullshit.
Toy Chica and Huggy Wuggy
I want my
never even
money
meet
back.
in the video. It's all just clickbait to get kids to watch the entire video, waiting for Toy Chica to meet Huggy
And
Wuggy.
adults! Stop pretending that we don't exist, okay?
But they'll never see it, because it never happens. So, whenever you see a thumbnail for a video and don't watch it, just remember, there's a chance it could be better or worse than what the thumbnail portrays.
It could always
Although I
be
myself
worse.
hope a lot of
Everything could always be worse. Like, we could be watching Garten of Ban Ban Funniest TikTok number 7 Try Not to Touch Me challenge.
the video thumbnails I show
Featuring
in this
Sunday.
video aren't as bad as they seem. I have a feeling it's the exact opposite. However, I don't think my sanity can take any more Elsagate content right now, as the amount I watched in order to make this video has already done a toll on me.
Oh,
I don't think
right.
I can take much more. If any
Take
other
a
brave soul
toll
out
on
there
me,
wants to find out
daddy.
whether or not these videos that I didn't have the heart to watch are as bad as they seem, feel free to do so. If you do decide to put yourself through that torture, please let me know what your results were in the comments. Anyway, now that I have explained what clickbait is, I think it's time to talk about the next franchise that has been taken over by Elsagate, and in my opinion, I believe this one has been abused the worst by Elsagate creators.
What do we have? Ah, yes, Poppy Playboy.
Oh boy, Poppy Playtime. For those who don't know, Poppy Playtime is a fairly new indie horror game produced by indie developer Mob Entertainment. The player's goal in this game is to
I like this
investigate...
game better than FNAF, to be honest. It's just more of a game. Whereas FNAF, you just try to stay alive in your chair, at least for the first few games. But this one had like puzzles and shit, which is pretty cool, and the monster's terrifying. Even the hand puppet version.
an abandoned toy factory that they used to work at. The player has to solve puzzles and use items in order to progress. They also have to avoid and/or fight certain enemies. The enemies are sentient toys that were made in the factory, with the three most popular being Mommy Longlegs, Kissy Missy, and of course Huggy Wuggy. The game was released in October
Kissy
2021.
Missy's real? I thought maybe that was just made up by these cringy Elsa Gate channels. Like, it's pink Poppy Playtime.
And became an instant hit online, becoming extremely popular, especially among kids. Because of this, many YouTubers began to take advantage of Poppy Playtime's success and, you guessed it, make Elsagate and nothing content. Of course, you got your usual suspects of Elsagate content, which I'm not going to show much of because I think we had enough of that
Dude,
type
is that Among Us? What the hell?
of content with the previous few franchises. However, you are not ready for what I'm about to tell you.
Yes, I
Did
am.
you know that the creators of Poppy Playtime actively make Elsagate content using their characters?
I believe it.
Bet you probably
Mob
didn't.
Games, I think, is their freaking name. Mob Entertainment. Let's freaking see what they got. I've seen that they've reposted some. I don't know if they've, like, made their own, but look, they've freaking one of their most popular shorts is how to shave your Huggy.
Oh, I'm getting a haircut. This is nice.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know if they actually made this and did the voiceover, but they could have. Might as well. And it did really well, so fuck it, you know? But I assume that's what he's gonna
As I
touch
didn't know
on.
either until doing research on the game and the creators. When I saw that, my jaw hit the friggin' floor. It's one thing to have something of yours go popular and have Elsagate content made with it. It's a whole nother thing to actively participate in making Elsagate content. Now, you're probably wondering, Well, what channel does the creators of Poppy Playtime make Elsagate content on? Well, there's actually 2 channels that they upload
I like that he's
content.
calling it Elsagate just because historically speaking it makes sense, but freaking Elsa's not even included.
Enchanted Mob and Zamination. Yup, that cringy Minecraft FNAF animation I showed earlier was actually made by the creators of Poppy Playtime.
Oh shit! I guess that explains like the production quality, I guess. I mean, like, these animations are pretty well made, even though they're stupid. But yeah.
It makes a lot more sense now why they put Huggy Wuggy in the video's thumbnail. They're using the popularity of FNAF
kinda
and their own
genius.
game to push their shitty content and even their merch line. By the way, did you know that Poppy Playtime merch is now being sold in physical stores like...
I had no idea. I honestly had no idea, dude. This is news to me, man. This is news to me. Yeah, I had a feeling, dude. They're honestly getting a bag, and the game isn't that bad, so I mean, listen. I'm not trying to go to bat for them or anything, but fucking, you know.
like Walmart and Hot Topic? I shit you not. I was just at both stores recently
He
and saw
shits
Huggy
us
Wuggy
not.
plushes being sold there. So yeah, it seems that Elsagate is even spreading beyond the realms of YouTube. But back to the content. While I still find it insane that the creators of Poppy Playtime make Elsagate content using their own creations, the videos they make don't even compare to the videos from the next creator here. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the YouTube channel, Kissy Show.
Oh no, never heard of this.
This channel has some of the most cringy,
Oh, I have
disgusting,
seen it though. Never mind. I've definitely reacted to this. What the fuck is happening?
bottom of the barrel content I have seen in
Dude,
years.
it's awesome.
Again,
What do you mean? She got a whole DIY suit, set up like 2 decorations. There was some effort put into this. I mean, she could just be reacting playing balloons. That's also very valid.
broken record, but these videos speak for themselves. Even worse, because these videos are shorts, they can be played in an infinite loop. Because of this, it can sometimes be difficult to tell when one of these shorts actually ends.
Hey, man,
Now,
that's a
I'm sure
you
you have
problem.
noticed that a lot of these shorts revolve around piss and shit. Like, why?
Okay,
What are they
well,
trying
this is something I can get behind criticizing. I don't like poo-poo-pee-pee jokes, if you could call them that. There's nothing funny about pooping where you shan't. You shouldn't, and shitted.
push on kids here?
Go to the bathroom.
And quick side rant
Grow the
here.
fuck up.
What's with piss and shit related things being pushed to kids?
Oh,
it's
God.
not just YouTube.
Well, they
There's
do
weird
love
shit.
it. I mean, that's always been a thing, dude. Freaking throughout the 90s or 2000s, there's always, like, boys love poo-poo toys. And now, like, there's girly ones, too, for some reason. Now everybody can get behind it.
No pun intended, in the real world that's being made for kids, with the worst example being toys, where the purpose of the toy is to make it shit and then play with its shit.
Exactly. I
And on
don't know
top of
why.
it, I don't see how children would be entertained by these toys, but they're all sold out, so they must be popular.
Today I found a toy called the Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn, and it's not like I'm going around shopping for children's toys or anything. I'm not like raiding Toys R Us dumpsters or anything. I saw this music video for it called the Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn music video, whatever, and it turns out the toy is all about feeding a unicorn some like water, glitter, and powder until you shake it up enough and set it on a toilet for it to take a shit. That's all. The entire
Perfect.
purpose of the toy is to watch it take a shit and then play with its shit.
What else
the
do you
little slime in
need?
the toilet bowl. It's wild. Like, why would you? Why is that a toy? Who's making these toys? Aliens? Oh, humans take a shit at least once a day. They'd probably like to play with some of it, right? Let's go ahead and make a toy for that. It makes no sense. Like, what do you like? That's all you do. You just watch a unicorn take a shit, and it takes like 15 minutes to get the whole procedure going. It's like a real chemical reaction that you have to set up. It's so boring. It's so unfun. And it's so weird. It's like trying to promote a scat fetish to kids. I don't understand it at all.
I agree. It is not my fetish, that's for sure. And I'm totally open to shaming it.
So yeah, I think this goes without saying, but this is probably the worst toy I've ever seen, and I actually can't imagine a more unfun toy for anyone of any age. This shit fucking sucks. Setting aside like the scat fetish undertones, what the fuck is the fun here? You spend like an entire day getting this unicorn to shit into a toilet bowl so you can play with its slime. Like, it's dumb. It's fucking stupid. There's great evil afoot in the toy industry. A scat fetish demon has infiltrated the highest levels of children's toys development, creating yet another baffling monstrosity. Last week I talked about the Poopsie Slime Surprise
What
Unicorn.
is all this poo-poo talk?
Fucking lie, because if you actually watch these videos, you would immediately see that anyone that's 13 or older would not watch this shit. This shit is clearly made for kids. Fast-paced actions, gross humor, cringy sound effects, cringy video effects, plots that don't make a lick of sense, and worst of all, extremely sexual undertones. All these elements are staples of Elsagate content, and Kissy Show has every single one of them. That's not all that Poppy Playtime has to offer, though. I want to show one more short I found that features Huggy Wuggy. Take a look. Doesn't that dance look familiar?
I don't know.
You know, when Poppy Playtime first came out, I thought it had the
Yeah,
potential
I don't know. That might be a reach.
and had the ability to become a great
But maybe.
franchise. But it seems that the creators of the game are more interested in exploiting the interests of children for money than simply making a good game, and that saddens me. After learning that the channels Enchanted Mob and Zamination are ran by the creators of Poppy Playtime, I actually uninstalled Poppy Playtime from my computer and deleted it from my Steam library. I have no hope for the future of the franchise, and I don't even want to support the creators anymore after learning about this. But, with that being said,
Hey man,
I think we're
each
done with
their
Poppy
own.
Playtime. It's time to move on to the next franchise, which unfortunately may have the most Elsagate content created using it. While I believe Minecraft may need no introduction, because it's mostly popular on the internet, I'll still explain what Minecraft is. Minecraft is an open-world sandbox video game where the player can pretty much do whatever they want. In the game's creative mode,
I forgot
players are
what
given an
Minecraft
unlimited amount of resources
is.
and have the ability to let their imagination thought it would be. I found some Minecraft videos that shouldn't even exist, let alone be on YouTube available to children. Just watch.
Were they mine? Have I seen these ones before, do you think? I'm assuming there was copyrighted music. Oh, she's got the milkies. What the hell? Yeah, I've never seen this. Who made this? I'm asking. For me? For myself? For the farmers? Da, 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 da.
What the fuck? Just why? Why?
I know why.
Why do these Minecraft characters?
I know why.
However, there's still enough Elsagate content to warrant mentioning them here. Among Us, Baldi's Basics,
Among Us.
Garten of Ban Ban, and Scary Teacher 3D are all used in Elsagate content,
Scary Teacher
often
3D,
with
my
them all
favorite
being used
game.
together in videos. So, to quickly explain what each of these games are, Among Us is a popular online multiplayer game that really rose in popularity in 2020. Because of the game's simplistic art style, easy to understand gameplay, and the fact that it's free on the App Store and Google Play Store, the game became an instant hit with children. Similarly, Baldi's Basics is a mascot horror game. Give a shit if it's for kids or not. They'll make kids content using it
We've
because
heard
it's
it.
popular. The same thing happened with Squid Game. There are tons of quote-unquote children's Squid Game videos on YouTube, featuring characters from family-friendly franchises like Spongebob, FNAF, and Among Us competing in these different Squid Game challenges. It's sick, it's disturbing, and it's just not okay. A lot of children's content creators exploit the popularity of something for financial gain, whether the popular thing be for kids or not. We saw what these creators did with that Anka meme. They don't care. As long as they're making money, they'll continue to do it. And YouTube doesn't care, because they make money from it as well. It's
Is the
sad.
Anka mean the gif from the beginning of the video? Because I really didn't care that much about that. I've never seen the character. I don't know how it's being misused. It was because she looks like she's having sex. Like, nobody would know that if they're like 2 years old. So I don't fucking.
But
It
it's time
just
to move
looks
on
like
to
a
the next
dance.
topic. I've covered pretty much every video game that's currently
I
popular
don't
right
know.
now, and the Elsagate content surrounding it. However, the next thing we're going to look at, while not a video game, has become insanely popular in the past few months on YouTube Shorts, especially among children.
Skibidi bop 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 bop. Yes. You guys
Oh
heard
boy,
of this?
where to begin with this one? Well, I guess I'll start with explaining what the hell Skibidi Toilet is. Skibidi Toilet is a YouTube Shorts web series created by the YouTuber DaFuckBoom. DaFuckBoom uses the program's Source Filmmaker to make his animations, and has been ever since his first upload about 6 years ago. Some of his older videos had a small amount of popularity, gaining a few million views each video, but DaFuckBoom would explode in popularity in February of 2023, when he released the first Skibidi Toilet YouTube short. It blew up into what it is today, and currently has over 60 episodes in the series. The storyline of the series didn't really form until after the first few episodes, when the storyline of a war between the toilets with human heads and the humanoid characters with devices for heads began. Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't believe Skibidi Toilet in itself is that bad. I personally think it's just the start of a new wave of Source Filmmaker humor, not that different from older Source Filmmaker videos like Shrexophone and We Like to Party. I actually watched every episode of Skibidi Toilet, and while yes, it's pretty stupid and off the walls, I thought the plot and storyline was interesting enough.
Cameraman watching. Now, obviously, if you're not familiar with the lore, the fucking cameraman is to symbolize the man, and the real camera that the man is looking at us through. You see? Don't you see? It's right in front of your face.
It definitely has a more
I honestly thought the character development was strong, and the fucking dialogue was pretty good too. I believed every moment. They said skibbity bop. Bop, yes, and I felt that.
interesting storyline and plot than most modern Disney movies. But anyway, because Skibidi Toilet became popular among children, mainly Generation Alpha, and many of the original Skibidi Toilet videos have over 100 million views, of course content creators were going to take advantage of Skibidi Toilet's popularity. It wasn't long after Skibidi
it was literally content. Bred only to be made into more
Toilet
content.
became popular that low-quality content farm Elsagate content began to pop up. Of course, you got your usual suspects, but things truly started to take a turn for the worse when the TV women characters were introduced to the series. Of course,
What
because the
episode?
internet will be the internet.
I've never seen those. Hold on.
People began sexualizing these TV women characters, and, of course, put this content on
'Cause they're
YouTube where
hot,
children were
dude.
free. I haven't found a specific channel that I could highlight that produces Skibidi Toilet Elsagate content, so that's good, I guess. But oh boy, do I
because
have a
they
channel
probably
to
got
highlight.
fucking struck down by the fuck boom. I heard that there was some copyright drama with them striking animators that used the Skibidi Toilet name or something like that.
For the next and final franchise we're going to take a look at in this video. So, without any further ado, let's move on to the last franchise that we'll be discussing in this video. Finally, we're going to talk about the most recent victim of Elsagate, and that is the Amazing Digital Circus. The Amazing Digital Circus is a psychological, dark comedy produced by indie animation studio Glitch Productions in partnership with Gooseworks. The show follows the 6 main characters, who are humans that are trapped inside a circus-themed video game, hence the name Digital Circus. In the pilot, Pomni, the main character of the episode, becomes trapped in the Digital Circus for the first time. For the entirety of the episode, Pomni tries to escape back to the real world, but ultimately fails. She also interacts with some of the other characters, like Jax, Kinger, and Ragatha. As this show is fairly new, I'm not going to say much more, as I don't want to give away that many spoilers. But the pilot episode is available on YouTube for free, if you want to watch it for yourself.
There's literally only 2 episodes, isn't there? What are you gonna spoil?
I enjoyed it, and I believe that the show itself shows that indie animation has some true potential. But we're not here to talk about that. You know what we're here for. The Amazing Digital Circus exploded in popularity upon its release, with the pilot episode currently sitting at over 200 million views only 2 months after being released. Because of its popularity, we all know what happened to it. Yup, Elsagate and nothing content, and a shit ton of it at that. I am honestly baffled at how fast these creators work to hop on the popularity of something new. It's freaking scary. And again, even though the Amazing Digital Circus is not a kids show, we have another Squid Game situation on our hands. Something becomes popular, whether it's for kids or not. Kids content creators milk its popularity as much as they friggin' can. Of course, we got our typical flash animated, low quality Elsagate content farm videos, but we've seen enough of those in this video. I want to highlight a specific channel I found while researching Elsagate content, and it has some of the most disgusting, disturbing, on-the-nose thumbnails and titles I've ever seen on YouTube. The channel in question goes by the name of Cougar McDowell VA.
Sauce name.
Now, you may recognize this channel from a bit earlier in this video, specifically during the FNAF section, where I showed a clip from one of his FNAF videos and several of his FNAF-related video thumbnails. The channel's description has the owner claiming to be a voice actor that does comic dubs. However, with videos and thumbnails like these, I don't think these are just comic dubs. His older videos mainly revolve around FNAF-related stuff. However, a few weeks ago, he started to shift from FNAF-related content to the Amazing Digital Circus, as that's now the new popular thing online. And oh my god. I don't even think I can show the thumbnails to a lot of these videos. They're actually worse than the FNAF ones I had to censor earlier in the video. I won't show these thumbnails, as I think my video would get in trouble for showing them. However, if you do want to see just how bad these thumbnails are, even though I highly recommend you don't, you can go to this channel's page and look at them. Just remember a wise piece of advice I heard in the past. You can't unsee something. I will, however, show some of the titles of these videos, as they're just as bad, if not worse, than the thumbnails. I don't even want to read these titles out loud, because I feel disgusted just reading them.
Jax plays with Pomni's kitty. What's wrong with
Let
that?
alone saying them. They literally look like titles that would be on videos from a certain different website, with on-the-nose censoring to get around YouTube's content filter. Now, besides a few of the FNAF videos, I did not watch any.
Listen, maybe this is just because I was on YouTube in freaking 2007 and freaking Shane Dawson's old videos were titled very similarly, but dude, I don't care.
These Amazing Digital Circus videos from this guy, because if the FNAF videos are any indication on how these videos will be, I can't watch any more of that without going insane. I'm sorry, I just can't. So there's a chance they might be clickbait. However, I am unable to confirm nor deny whether these videos are as bad as they seem.
Fair.
Just like I said earlier, if any other brave soul wants to determine whether these videos are clickbait or not, feel free to do so. But just be prepared for what you may see.
I ain't
and
watching
again,
that
if you
shit.
do decide to find out, please let me know what the results were. Now, you may be wondering, is this channel actually an Elsagate channel, or just something from the weird side of YouTube? And while I'm not 100% certain, I myself personally believe it is an Elsagate channel, hence why I'm featuring it in this video. However, I believe it's an Elsagate channel, as while you could say the Amazing Digital Circus content is aimed for adults, the aforementioned FNAF videos are certainly not. I believe that this channel is an Elsagate channel, others may not. But whatever, Elsagate seems to be a pretty subjective topic anyways. And keep in mind, I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I'll mention it now. I'm not saying that every video on YouTube needs to be appropriate for children. That'd be stupid. I'm merely saying that content with adults as the intended audience should take the necessary precautions to deter children from watching their videos. It's as simple as a warning at the beginning of the video, or the top of a description. But these creators don't do it, which is what leads me to believe that channels like this are Elsagate channels. With that being said, we're done looking at Elsagate content and channels for now. Let's move on to what I believe is the real reason why Elsagate content is made.
Money?
Why Elsagate content is made. The first reason, profit. It's simple. Something on the internet blows up and becomes popular with kids, so content creators jump on the bandwagon and pump out content featuring the new popular thing. This is called content farming, creating content with the sole reason being profit and views from popularity. The second reason is much more sinister. Child predators use the popularity of these franchises to make content that can groom children into thinking that the subject matter shown in these videos is normal and okay to do. Whether it be abuse, needles, sexual acts, scat and foot fetishes, it doesn't matter. It still falls under trying to normalize very disgusting and disturbing things. And these—
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see like some fringe psychopaths trying to normalize that or put out weird information just for their own sick pleasure.
Cult to fix. Wow. Just saying all this has me both angry and depressed at the same time.
I'm gonna freaking stop this here, but this was a pretty cool video. I mean, freaking, I don't know if this is necessarily Elsa Gate level freaking stuff, but freaking, it is always good to keep an eye on, like, that side of YouTube, I suppose, since it did get out of hand that one freaking time before, dude. How do you guys feel about Poppy's Playboy? How do you guys feel about kids horror, and are you a fan? Thank you guys for watching this reaction video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!